Okay, I guess we'll call the meeting to order. Diane, would you lead us in the pledge?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So the minutes of the July 17 regular meeting have been distributed. Any comments? Entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion?
I'll second.
Mike Malone makes the motion, Charlie seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. The minutes of the August 14th special meeting have been distributed. Entertain a motion to approve those.
Make a motion?
I'll second it.
Mike Malone and Charlie seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Treasurer's report, Bill Dwyer.
Okay, the one-page codes report first. The front page, top is the assets, checking and savings account. Bottom of the page, we have one voucher for codes. And on the back is the actual register for the checking and savings account. Okay, we have 36 district vouchers, 2 credit card, no overtime, and 2 permissive referendum vouchers. And the first page is the assets, bottom the liabilities. Inside page, the budget versus the actual. The page 4 and 5, I've got some of the computer to work right here. It's listing all of the categories. And before it was only listing them, but it had a number in it. Number 6, 7, and 8, 9 are the bank account pages.
There's no notations on any of these, no memos on any of these, excuse me. So you don't know what.
Still working on page 6, if you will. 6 goes over onto the top of page 7. For some reason, the memos don't show up on the report. You can see that it's blank. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's in the computer, it's just not printing. So I'm working, it should be listing like up above on page 6. It lists the memo. But starting in June, it decided it wasn't going to, and it hasn't. I'm working on it. Page 10 is the principal and interest payments. Bring your attention to September 15th. We have a large principal, $70,000 due, and $5,500 due in interest, due on September 15th. Next page, the referendums. Tonight we have 2 vouchers with referendums, but they aren't off of this sheet yet. That'll happen next month, because you haven't approved the vouchers yet. So it doesn't show on this referendum sheet. Now, page 12 is the service award account. It's slowly but steadily increasing. That's after a withdrawal of $58,706 to pay the participants for 2022 that were due. And then the district put in $43,200 to pay for points that were earned. (13, 14, and 15 are the vouchers. And on page 13, towards the bottom, again, there's
1,200.
under the payroll services admitted fee, the first one should be July 27th for $560.23. The second one is August 11th for $594.88. And then I have emails here.
I'm just telling you what to do. We will see the payroll for all the energy on this, on the vouchers. Questions? Maybe here to be Hey. You're not. I know. EMT birthday. Yep. Where I'll be there. I'm not on the gas question. I got yelled at last. No, they'll never pick up. They'll just sit there and do it.
I've got some more.
Yeah,
I got, okay, I did talk with a lady with the New York class investments, and they're earning between 4.5, she said to 5% of the money. It's readily available if we would decide to go that way. They also have a 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month CD. So that's a possibility if the district wants to go that route, with, taking some of the money out of the reserves, investing it, putting it with them. They're on a higher interest rate. We're only getting, right now, 2.5% with Grade Midland. It's going up to 3. And this is getting between 4.5 and 5%.
Diane, I did send information to you about New York class. Did you have an opportunity to look at that? What?
I have not had a chance to look at it, no.
Yeah. It sounds like a real good opportunity. It's a program that for municipal governments to invest their funds. And I didn't want to send it out to the rest of the board until we had a chance to review it. So do you think you want to send it out to the rest of the board and look to act on that at the next meeting?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. Amy, can you put that on the agenda for the next meeting, the New York class?
Okay, my next item, I do have budget versus actual. I changed the heading. We had a heading called future staffing under payroll expenses. I changed that if you look to part-time firefighter EMTs and just move the budget item there. That $191,829 was what was in the future staffing budget.
Right here.
Because they had no place to charge, put the money in for
Yeah.
the members were paying.
Yeah, what you do, what you do that one.
Another quick notice, Easy Pass sent me a notice that the account is less than $50. Just to notify you, they suggest to have at least 50, but I don't think they need it. But they like to have $50. We usually send a check for $50, and then when anyone uses the vehicle with the Easy Pass, it comes off that $50. But we're at $40 now and 59 cents. I think we're still good, but if you want, I'll put in another 50. But there's no hurry on that. Okay?
It should be a credit card there.
Oh, we need a budget to plan ahead here for next month. We need a budget modification for the payroll service fee. We budgeted $7,000 for that, and we're now over budget by $933. But we're not really, because you have over 200,000 in for that future staffing that I divided with the 191 for the payroll, and then we put 7,000 in. I just didn't put more in, but I can't change that. It's a different heading. The board will have to change that.
Okay. We don't have to do it.
No, but I'm just warning you. It's coming. No, I think that's it. That's it.
Okay, any questions for Bill? We have a motion to approve the treasurer's report as submitted. Malone? Oh, and Chura. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Motion to pay the vouchers as audited. Malone? Chura.
Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Diane has the honors on reviewing the bank statements this month.
Correct.
Correspondence, Amy?
The next meeting for Central Region Fire Districts will be August 28th at Mattydale. Dinner at 6:30, meeting starts at 7. If you're interested in going, let Kit know. We'll be making plans for educational seminar this fall, and we will be talking about.
I can't hear you.
We will be making plans for the educational seminar this fall, and we'll be talking about civil service, legislative news on stipends, budget highlights, cancer coverage, and required reports. We got a flyer for the training seminar from the Penske Law Group. It's for board of directors and executive officer training for emergency services leaders. That's October 27th and 28th at Turning Stone. And that's all I have.
Does anybody intend to go to that Central Region meeting next Monday? Charlie?
Yep.
I do this in case so. Okay, Chief's report. Chief Root is not here. Amy, do you want to read it?
I think Joe was giving it.
Chief asked me to attend because he's on vacation.
Oh, fine, good. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Communications, nothing new to report regarding the 4 vehicle chargers that haven't come in yet. We also have a quote in, or the quote for the new radio batteries. Excuse me. Apparatus, second chief's vehicle has not yet arrived. It's now expected in August. Thank you, Bill. All large fleet vehicles have been inspected and preventive maintenance is in progress by Colden Fire. Rescue 1 had during its initial inspection, had an issue with the horn, and I believe it went today. I saw it went out for inspection today, and it came back in, so I'm assuming that it passed that last bit with the horn that needed to be repaired.
It's passed today, and he finished all the preventive maintenance on it today.
It's got a sticker on it now,
Yep.
so that has been taken care of. Special events, Angels 5K on September 2nd is coming up. In addition to that, it's not on this report, but we had the Founders Day. A group of our members went over, and it was very well received by not only the children, but the adults as well. And I know that the Radisson staff was very appreciative. They came by several times to thank everybody for our participation. And then this past Saturday, we went over, a group of members went over to the Y for the Y Family Open House. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, family fun day.
Family Fun Day, Family Open House. And again, the children were just so excited to receive helmets and stickers, and the parents were just really tickled to be able to take a picture of their children up on our apparatus. So it was very well received. People seem to really appreciate the participation by volunteers, by the fire department volunteers in particular at both events. So from my perspective, because I was involved in both of them, just to kind of be there to enjoy and see the smiles, I very much appreciated the commitment by all of our members that participated in both of those. Station 2, the Station 2 bathrooms, the drawings are back in and the bid package is being prepared. Get that addressed, take care of it. Under miscellaneous, the chief will continue taking, the 3 chiefs will continue taking duty night every week for the next couple of months, and then we'll reevaluate again, probably September, October. Several volunteer members have worked some shifts with the paid staff during the day, and the feedback the chief has received from those people has been positive. Daily drills are ongoing. Some of our members have been participating, and all active members are certainly welcome to participate. The chief also extended an invitation to Northwest Fire District as well to come over if they've got crews or people available during the day. And there was some interest indicated on the Northwest part. All hose testing is complete and with very few failures. I believe that's it for me, or for the chief's report, rather. If you have any questions, I can take them down, and the chief, I see the chief next, I'll be sure to share them. Thank you.
So, your report.
Just from my report, EMS supplies, we've got a really, I will say, a really good system in place. We have two very committed members from the volunteer department at Station 1 and 2 very committed members from Station 2 that have taken ownership of the med bags. They're keeping track of them, keeping inventory, keeping them supplied. They're also keeping me abreast of what medications and supplies are coming up due before they expire, so we can get stuff ordered, get it in, and then get things changed out. So things are going well there. You'll see ongoing requests for purchases related to medical supplies, and it's going very smoothly, principally because of the commitment of those folks that are stepping up and helping out with the EMS stuff. So that's pretty much it for me from my chief standpoint.
Any questions for Joe? Is that Matt back in the back there?
Yes.
You have a report, Matt?
Not really, just working on September's training schedule, and We had a lifeguard come out to the swimming pool this Thursday. And next week on the 31st will be a captain's drill.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
Any questions for Matt Page? Committee reports, building and facilities, should be long-term.
It's been done.
New truck committee. So Diane and I
Old or
both have
new?
been talking with Steve Dombowski, and the permissive referendum has been advertised. We've got 30 days from the date that we passed that referendum. And Steve called me Friday morning and said that things are looking better about the engine situation. Because they couldn't guarantee that we would be able to get that old engine, or whatever. But until we can sign, and we can't sign because it's subject to permissive referendum. So he said things are looking better about being able to proceed without that new engine.
Thank you, Deb.
License to public safety, there's no meetings in July and August. There's a townwide drill at Oswego Training Facility on September 30th. I have emailed you and asked you if you could put together a flyer for that drill. Are you working on that?
Yep, we'll take care of it.
Okay. Budget and finance. We do not have a preliminary budget ready for this evening. It's in our proposed schedule, but we just are not ready to, we don't have it ready yet. So Amy or Diane and I will be emailing back and forth, and we'll see whether as soon as we get settled on it, then we can send it out to the other board members, and we can decide whether we want to have another special meeting to go over it, or whether we'll just present it to the board at the September meeting. September meeting is, it's not the deadline, but that's when we would like to pass. IT committee.
I have nothing to report.
Personnel, the annual reviews have been completed, and we will be asking for an executive session tonight when we can review the personnel issues. Truck maintenance.
Truck maintenance.
Truck maintenance, I thought truck maintenance.
Who's truck maintenance? Oh, okay, sorry.
Everything was repaired that we know of. Big thing was the horn today.
What's what?
Big
Can't
thing was
hear
the-
you at all, please.
It's all right.
I can't hear.
The big thing was the horn today, and that's fixed.
Okay.
He said the big thing was the horn today, Amy.
Okay, thank you.
Building maintenance, building and grounds.
As you can see, all of the tarvia has been sealed and striped. Hopefully, everybody is happy with the striping. There's a few spots that are still a little on the brown side, which means they'll hopefully turn black. If not, I'll call them back and find out why. There's a lot of groundwater that's pushing up. So as soon as that dies down a little bit, hopefully that'll turn black. But I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. And Other building maintenance, the doors, Mark has given me a couple people to look into to get some of the exterior doors because they're all fire doors because the bottoms are old and showing wear. So that'll probably be the next step on my
It's
list.
just man doors, not the truck.
They're the man doors,
Man doors.
exterior man doors, exit and egress, ingress and egress doors of the building. People doors. Fire doors, people doors. Other than that, I know Luke is looking into the roof situation at 2. Hopefully that'll resolve.
Yeah, I just called 3 companies today. I don't know when they're gonna come out for a quote and all that, but I just called them and got the process started.
All right, and this roof is resolved?
Yeah, it seems to be fixed. I looked at it the other night when we had heavy rain and there was nothing coming in, so looks like we got it.
We just have to buy some new tiles.
Yeah, I
from
got the
somewhere.
tiles, I just have to look it
All
up.
right, thank you, Luke.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
We can't hear. We cannot really hear back here.
That's the AC unit.
I know that.
Okay. The steering committee, we had no meetings in July and August. September 9th would be the next steering committee meeting. Fire prevention,
Don't have anything, talked with Amy about the fire helmets and all of the other things that we pass out, so she's looking into whatever's needed to be replaced.
policy review, the revision of SOG 03017, that is on the table. The bylaws committee has asked for consideration. We're going to take that off the agenda.
last
Okay.
month, yeah.
New York State retirement. So all of the retirement information was distributed to the commissioners and do you have any questions about it? Probably 100 questions, but
Okay, can you do it in the 2 parts unlike last time?
yes.
Okay, the one that is just the form for the resolution that Bill Dwyer has to sign and get it notarized,
So
that we're involved.
the first one is a resolution to join, and the second one will be a resolution to select the plan. So, the resolution is at a meeting of the Belgium Cold Springs Fire District held here on today, August 21. The Belgium Cold Springs Fire District of the State of New York do hereby certify that I've compared the foregoing with the original resolution passed. Well, let's see, do I have the right one? I think so. First one. Yeah. So this resolution would be to join the Police and Fire Retirement System, PFRS, and authorize Bill Dwyer as the, well, no, it would be the clerk. It would be Amy that would sign this, clerk. To sign the formal resolution for the New York State retirement system.
that motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion that we pass that resolution.
Second it.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Okay, so that, then the next resolution is to select a plan, and we have this that Mike distributed about the 3 plans. One is the 375C/E, one's the 375G, and the other is the 375I. And I would make the motion that we adopt the 375I plan. Estimated participation cost of $21,830 per year, correct? So I make that motion.
And that's for all 10 employees, not each employee.
Yes. So I make that motion.
Does this include the chief too, or just the 10?
Okay.
Are we required to include Groot in this too?
They do not believe he can rejoin.
He's already getting.
Can't hear you, Mike.
We might be able to rejoin.
The state is looking at it. Right now, they do not believe he can rejoin. He can join
Right.
if he wants to give up his pension. But right now, not to rejoin and get both.
Thank you. Yes.
Get that answer.
Okay, so I made that motion.
Mike seconded it.
I seconded it.
Mike seconded it.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
And those other plans on the backside, 384s, somebody asked a couple of meetings ago for additional things. Those are on there, those are additional, but we're not going to be able to offer them to our part-timers for a few more years. But it's only included because somebody asked what else could be down the road. That's years away. So, that's it.
Bill?
I'm on the 3rd sheet. Third sheet.
That's just 3 sheets. Signature, physical officer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just, that's,
You're gonna go.
yeah, that's not a resolution. That's just a affidavit that you have.
And Amy's got all the verbiage for the resolution that everybody is looking at.
New business.
the business,
Okay.
monkey business.
New business, approval for alcohol for Linda Cooper for hall use on 10/15. I'm assuming that's just beer and wine.
Yeah, just beer and wine. It's for a 30th anniversary party for her sister and brother-in-law, about 50 people. They also want to know if they can cook clams out, they would do it outside though, not inside.
What's that?
They want to cook clams,
Oh,
but it would be outside, not inside.
oh.
But I don't see why that would be a problem.
Or they're gonna cook them on
I
outside.
don't know.
I mean, our cooker is probably not available.
No, it wouldn't be something that they have. I don't know.
Motion?
I'll make the motion.
Yeah, get your second motion.
We get some plans.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Is there any further new business from the table here? Okay. Public comments? Mark?
Just a question regarding, now that we have these part-time employees, the 10 of them, can we get a report of their hours per month that we're going to be contributing? I see it here in your records, how much you pay out a month, but each person, just to see who's here the often, and if we're going to be paying them, it'd be nice to see how much they're getting paid a month, just like how we have the caretaker, we have the secretary, we have the chief. I'd like to see the names of the people that we are paying here and also contributing now to the retirement that we have to do by the state. So, I mean, you have it written in there as a part-time payroll out, but just to see actually per person of their payroll instead of just a single line.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we have Amy start working on that?
Yeah.
Because what,
Oh, that's not me, that's
or Bill,
Yeah.
because what you passed tonight,
Right.
I have to get back to the state. She's gonna take the 10 employees,
Yep.
because there's different tiers between each
Correct.
one,
Right.
and then go from that.
Yep.
Whether or not they can do it on a monthly basis, I don't know, because they don't have a set 40 hours, say like Luke.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not
But at
looking,
the end of the year, you would know.
I'm just looking at the payroll wise of what we're paying these guys per month. I mean, their retirement's their retirement. I mean, we don't need to know the retirement, how much we're contributing in. If we just look at what we're paying per member, per employee, per month, just so we have a record of it, because we've asked for, well, I've asked for the last couple of months for a plan, and I haven't seen it yet. But now that we have this plan in effect and going, it would be at least nice to see where our tax dollars are going, who we're contributing to and how much. Because there have been a couple times where, unfortunate circumstances, we only have one person here on a night or day basis because of not able to fill it and all that. So I'd just like to see a monthly payroll of what we're paying these employees. I mean, because I can go on, you can go on to New York State and look at any state employee and see how much they get a whole year. But here, we can't even see any documentation or anything of what our employees are getting.
But the New York State thing's about 6 months after they'll get it.
Yeah, maybe, because I can get into it real quick at work, and by February, I'm pretty much into it.
So you're a few months
Yeah.
into it.
But at
But
least,
for what you're wanting, if you want last month,
yeah, no, I mean, you could start it now, because I know you're going to have to build a little template for it to add to our sheets. Yeah, so Bill would just add a template and say, okay, employee X, Y, and Z, this is what they got paid per month. That's all we're looking for, or at least I'm looking for. And it should be something that he'd be able to go into his lovely computer and just do a little template, and that's it.
Bill thinks he can do that.
Sorry to give you extra work, Bill. But thank you.
Anything else? Mark?
At the January 18th meeting, it was announced that the first chief's vehicle of the two was received. I understand it still hasn't made it into service, and it's now August, 7 months later. I'm wondering why the taxpayers have paid for this vehicle and it's sitting unused in headquarters. What's the status? Why hasn't it gone out and become a useful vehicle? I mean, my money paid for it. Where is it? Shoulders hunch doesn't give me an answer as to where it is and why it hasn't been put on the road. What's missing? Why can't it be put in service?
No lights, no sirens, no markings.
Have they all been ordered?
Yes.
When were they ordered? Why haven't they been ordered yet?
What part of yes did you not hear?
When were they ordered?
Months ago.
We've not heard status at any meeting on those vehicles, other than the next vehicle hasn't come in yet. And it's January, it's August. 7 months later, it's been here. Why weren't the parts planned for? Why didn't you put the order out or have it ready to go back in last year? Write the order. You knew what was coming in.
Thanks for coming.
You're very welcome.
So that's in process. Anything else? We need to go to executive session, personnel. What do you think it's going to be here?
G, I think.
G probably? Yeah, G. So I move to executive session. Is there a second?
Actually, before we go, there's one thing I forgot. I know that everyone wanted to know this every month. So for the past 30 days, from July 17th to August 17th, we had 109 calls. 109 of them were attended by volunteers and 27 were by paid.
Can the rest of us get a copy of that? And where you, how many were scratches, how many were...
According to the run sheets, there were no scratches except for one on July 21st. And that was, I believe it was a domestic and police were coming. But other than that, I had none on the run sheets that showed a scratch.
And any percentages of personnel
Of personnel, percentages? What kind of percentages are you
that
looking?
responded?
Averages, if I added all the volunteers that responded divided by the calls, it was about 10 volunteers per call.
It was 8 last week.
Right. I had up until July 31st as of last week.
There should be a way in the system to be able to pull that without you having to go to the run sheets, Diane. If you write reports, SQL reports or whatever,
Okay.
there's got to be a way. My understanding, SQL reports can be pulled against that database, is what Jeremy told me 6, 8 years ago. So
There's a way to do it. These are just based off the run sheets.
yeah, and I appreciate you starting to give us that information because that's important to have.
Okay, so I made the motion to move to executive session. Did we have a second?
Second.
Malone, second. All in favor? Okay, so we're moving to executive session.